Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing this Wednesday? This is what we got going on. I'm obsessed with this show, y'all. I am so sad that the season's gonna end this weekend. It's so good. It's such a good show. Like, what the heck? Now I need to figure out how I'm gonna draw all this shit with all these things in my face. But I feel like I need to do her some good justice. Like, I can't just... Yeah, this show is so freaking good. Absurdly good. So I had to draw her. No, it had to do it. Yes, PLC. Look, you know she gonna have that nose. Let's be real. You know she's gonna have that nose. It's just what's gonna happen. Trying to get back into the grind of making Z art. You know, this brush ain't doing what I want it to do. I think I'm gonna end up bumping my freaking head on the mic by accident. I'm just gonna not do the eyelashes right now. I think I'm gonna change brushes. I don't want that feel. I'm so stuck between brushes right now. I'm gonna try and keep this piece a little bit softer. Just leave it at this. So I was trying to keep these lines relatively clean, but like a little bit rough, if you know what I mean. Like that texture. I wanted that texture. I'm trying to become a little bit more confident with my line choices. Like make every stroke intentional and just allow myself room to kind of like play with things. If you know, you know, right? Either traditional or digital media, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Gotta make sure I'm getting her bangs right. Gotta get that line weight. This is supposed to be like a teardrop and I'm murdering it. Yikes. I tried. I gotta clean up these lines. Did I make her ears too long? No, maybe a little bit, just a wee bit. Ooh, the smoothness in which I did that line, Lord. Woo, that was good. Do you have any tips for regressing learning art? I really want to get better at drawing. This is the shittiest advice that anybody can give you. And it's literally practice, practice, practice. What a lot of people don't say is practice with intent. For example, I enjoy drawing faces. So I tend to draw a lot of portrait pieces. And so I make sure that my intent when I go and try and draw a portrait, such as this one, is, am I focusing on capturing the character's personality? Or am I trying to portray an expression? Am I trying to convey a sort of emotion? What am I trying to do? So you have to go in there with intent. Are you going in there to get better at anatomy? Because if you're trying to do anatomy, you know, making sure you got your measurements right is kind of important. You know, are you trying to draw diverse faces, for example? Are you trying to draw an older face? So the biggest part of practice is making sure that you do it with intent. Like, what are you trying to learn? Are you trying to do light and shadow? Are you trying to do values? Are you trying to do color theory? But definitely progressing with art, you got to suck to get better, like with anything. And it just absolutely blows. I have had moments where I've like thought that I wasn't making any progress and I compare a piece from like a year ago and I'm like, oh wow, there's actual progress either in line weight and line choices and style choices or artistic choices. It showcases that later on. So it just depends on what you're trying to do. Like, are you trying to get better at line weight? Are you trying to be more consistent and intentional with your lines? There's just so many different things. It's just making sure that you know what you're going in. You don't just be like, oh, I'm going to draw today. Okay, well, are you drawing for funsies? Are you trying for practice? Are you trying to, you know, do a here's my art 5 years later kind of comparison and showcasing what you've learned or do better now? So I think the biggest thing is intent when you're trying to draw. And any drawing that you do is going to be progress anyways, because you're going to learn from your previous piece and do something either better or different in your newer piece. Does that make sense? I have no idea if that's a good tip. I think it's a good tip. I want to say it's a good tip. I feel like I may have spent way too much time on this sketch and this line art. That's just a thought. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't care for the fact that there were so many layers in like this piece that I wanted to draw. I'm not one to draw so much together. I feel like it's very bulky right now, but I want to add at least some flats. Let me see if this duplicate that. We're gonna alpha lock this. So I saw something online about taking an additional layer of your line art and like adding an additional color to make it pop more. So I'm gonna try that out real quick. Definitely adds a lot more personality to it. So we're gonna put these all together and name this line art. It does, it gives it a nice little pop. I'm always happy to answer any questions about art. I'm always willing to listen and even learn myself because I know for a fact I don't know everything about art. I feel as though I have a lot of things to learn still, you know, in regards to art. I majored in graphic design for a semester and then changed my major from anything creative because my professor told me I was not cut out for the field. Woof, let me tell you, when I have been told that from my old school. I'm not very good at graphic design. I could probably get it, but I just don't. But I also haven't intentionally gone in to try and understand it and learn it. But I know, or I've seen a lot of people, I don't know them personally, but a lot of people that I've followed online went from being graphic designers to illustrators or character artists just because it called out to them. So that's probably my biggest thing. It's like, I went into this piece being like, I want to make sure that I actively got this portrait and this expression right. So I went through like a couple of fixes here and there because I just didn't like how it looked. And now my fingers are not working. I was like, no, we're going to make this happen. You know how long it took me to draw these simple freaking like sketch flowers? I'm like, I don't draw flowers, y'all. I don't draw flowers, but I'm here drawing flowers because I ain't got no damn choice. I don't want to hear shit about people who draw only like flora because this shit's hard and getting back into drawing, but I really want to start drawing on my iPad. But just there is a screen protector and Apple Pencil do it all for me every day. It gets the job done for me every day. I love Procreate. That's literally what I'm using right now. I'm using my iPad Pro. Can get the flats in, I'll be okay with that. Does it look like her actually? That's what matters. I always get really self-conscious. I'm like, I'm gonna give that bitch a nose like me. And I'm like, do these bitches even look like me now? Okay, I think I'm gonna leave her here at this because I need to take my ass to bed. I'm already half an hour past what we would normally do. I think that was pretty good amount of progress for tonight, honestly. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you for all the resubs and all the extra follows today. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys have a great rest of your time zone. Love you guys.